Hey, my gorgeous superstar. This is Ingrid Elver, your celebrity consultant with Born Celebrity TV. And this is episode number 16. And I have a very special show for you because I'm going to be interviewing a celebrity of her industry. She's been in TV, she's been in movies, she has been on HSN, QVC. She's the infomercial queen. You're going to simply adore her. You're going to learn a lot of secrets from her. The other part, celebrity ego boost, we're going to talk about how you need to use your instincts and learn to tune in to really hear what your next steps you need to be taking. You see, you have insider information inside of you if you just learn to tune in, and your business will soar, I promise. The next one is Ask Ingrid. I'm going to be answering a very powerful question that you are not going to want to miss, that's going to take your business to the next level. So this show is so incredible and so powerful, and you know what? I promise you, there's no way you are going to be bored. You're going to be entertained. You're going to be able to take action steps to make you and your business incredibly successful. So let's get started. I am so honored to be doing this interview that I did at Shine in Dallas, Texas a few weeks ago. She is a superstar in what she does, and you're going to be completely amazed. So let's get going with this video. Hey, gorgeous superstars. I have this amazing celebrity. She's not just a celebrity, an entrepreneur, but a celebrity in so many different industries, an actress. And you know, one thing about you is you're so gorgeous inside and out. And you come off on stage and everything you do in such an unusual way that I really am so honored to have you here. So who is this person that I'm standing here with? Maybe you could, could you show this?
If I do this one,
was that a giveaway?
let's do 10 questions. Do you stay up late night to watch infomercials? Have you ever seen 24? Do you like Broadway actresses? Okay. And have you ever read the magazine called Forbes? Because I'm no relation, but my name is Forbes Riley. Now, and the way you see me, hi, baby. Boy, talk about beautiful inside and out. We're here in Shine in Dallas, and just having a great women's convention. You've probably seen me late night co-hosting the Jack LaLanne Juicer, which I did for 8 years, and we were in 80 countries, and it grossed $1 billion. You can currently see me every weekend with Montel Williams doing the Health Master, and actually at some point they called me the Queen of Infomercials because I hosted over 110 national infomercials.
Did you guys hear that? 110 national infomercials?
I did this since I was 12. No, the early 90s. And it's interesting because that wasn't what I set out to do. If you've ever heard my story, you know that I wanted to be an actress. And what I wanted to be was. I mean, I've worked on Broadway with Christopher Reeve and starred in TV series and lots of movies. Never hit the level of the Jennifer Aniston, Julie Roberts that I was hoping to. And one of the reasons, and interesting I picked both of those actresses, but I was always fighting a weight problem most of my life. And to the point where people would say, oh, you got such a pretty face, but you know, could you lose 20 pounds? And I never had any idea how to do it. I was on every diet known to man. Used to really look up to anorexics, going, I wish I could do that. And I know that sounds crazy, but it led to my whole fitness bent. And in the early 90s in LA, Jacob Body by Jake found me, and I ended up hosting his series called Fit TV, where we met every fitness and wellness product. And while being an actress, you know how most people's day job is waitress? My day job was QVC. Only in those days, QVC was like the redheaded stepchild that no one talked about. You go and you sell stuff on television. Like, well, you're a waitress. Why is your day job better than my day job? I've got $10,000 for my day job. And sure enough, it kind of caught up, and now I've moved my business to home shopping at HSN. I actually live part-time in Florida and LA, and I'm tripping over J-Lo, Queen Latifah, Tori Spelling just to get to my job. But early on, after I lost a huge TV series to Bo Derek, I'd shot the pilot. In the 11th hour, Fox said, we like you, you're talented, yada yada. We can't market your name, but you're famous in this other world. Why don't you go off and do that? And I thought, what does that mean? Really tough crossroads. I had little 3-year-old baby twins, and I was lost and shattered. And I set out to discover brand. And I know you teach that and preach that.
Well, that's the part that I wanted, that makes you so unusual. It's not just that you are a celebrity in what you do, but you also started monetizing and became an entrepreneur. So tell us more about that and how that happened.
It was a huge transition because I looked at my role models and said, well, what makes them different? And the difference was they put their name on things. Tony Little's Gazelle. And I looked at a lot of different role models, names that you don't even know, but Denise Austin and Kathy Smith and Tammy Lee Webb. And I thought, that's the difference. And I set out to find something, and I did. Late night in England, I found a little office toy that the company had run its course, and it looked something like this. And it was called something else other than this. And I said, I'm a massage therapist. I'm a Broadway dancer. I'm a martial artist. And I started playing with it and thought, this thing's crazy. And he said, well, we don't really know what to do with it. We got to use it as an office toy. And I'm like, no, this is a major fitness product. And he said, well, why don't you do it? I'm like, what does that mean? He said, well, pay us some money, we'll pay you a royalty, and I was like, okay, I brought this thing home to my husband. I'm like, I have something for us, and I'd like to mortgage our entire life, our house, and our kids' education on this. And he said, okay. And it was weird how
I want to say, too, that don't be deceived by the simplicity of this, because it doesn't look like anything, but it's really powerful, and it's really amazing, and it's just crazy. Sometimes the simpler things is the best things.
Well, I also understand physics and physiology pretty well, and this does something that I'd never ever seen. Remember, I've touched and felt almost every fitness product. I've either owned it, touched it, or sold it. This is not a resistance band, which I actually hate. And by the way, resistance bands in the early 90s, I had one snap off my foot and shatter my nose. Sent me to the hospital, completely broke my nose. So I have a personal problem with resistance bands. This is in fact a string with a disc, and you have to wind it up. But when this spins, what this does is produce energy. It takes almost 20, you see my muscles? It takes almost 20 pounds of energy to pull this thing. Now, you can do a 4-pound pull. So watch, all I do is wind it up gently, and you give it a tug. And that's when the magic, and you can hardly see it on camera, but it's spinning. And you feel the energy, but you see my muscles working. And that's all that you need. You can do this everywhere.
What's the website?
You want to go to spingym.com. And everything is there. We've got tons of celebrities who do this. Oh, by the way, really quick.
Why don't you tell us about some of the celebrities that are endorsing you or showing you?
Could you wear a dumbbell around your neck? I just have to ask you that.
It almost looks like a pacifier, but it's cute.
Oh, baby, come suck on it.
Okay,
so who has...
Yeah.
Well, Kathy Kaler, who is Julia Roberts' trainer, uses Spin Gym. So Julia has one. Kim Kardashian has one. She was one of my early friends and fans of the product. Gwyneth Paltrow has one. I gave one to her doctor, actually, not to her personally. Tori Spelling, William Shatner, Anthony Sabato Jr. I've got tons of celebrities. I was very fortunate to get into that party scene and every time somebody touches Spin Gym, they fall in love with it. And then I make them do abs and legs and cardio, and we teach classes. And I'm sorry, but if Zumba, which is nothing more than like salsa dancing, if you put this in your hands, if you're someone out there who doesn't like this, if you're someone who wants to be red carpet ready, and whether you're a red carpet celebrity for real, and you know how they all wear dresses that show their arms, this is so important. Michelle Obama, when you think of her, aside from her husband, you go, Michelle Obama arms. Women are mostly embarrassed about their arms. They'll wear sweaters, they'll wear coats, and their whole self-esteem is wrapped up in this. And when I keyed into that and said, you know what, I can help you. I can change.
So did you consciously go after, because when we're talking celebrity persona, you're the celebrity persona, but then you're adding other celebrities to your brand, right? And how is that changing everything for this brand?
Well, it's an interesting thing about celebrities in general. Celebrities are someone who, there's a lot of respect that goes along with who you are, and you don't just endorse something. You endorse it, one, for money. And if somebody pays you a lot of money, you maybe puts your integrity on the line. But if someone doesn't pay you, and I wasn't paying anyone, I've had people send me videos. The Dancing with the Stars team sent me videos. Bob Proctor just sent me one going, this is one of the coolest things in the world. Now, why would they do that for me? Well, because this is something that works. I've got a little girl who's got cerebral palsy who spin gyms. I've got people in wheelchairs who are getting cardio. I've created something here that allows people to not just be vain. Red carpet ready is nice. But brides, this is your special day. Can you imagine if I've got something, because it's not about dumbbells and push-ups, but if I could say, hey, you want to look extra beautiful in that wedding dress on your day? I can make your arms look great in 3 weeks. 5 minutes a day. What a great gift. And how about the mother of the bride? So that's a group of people. We're not putting this into hospitals. It turns out autistic children deal very well with this mind-body coordination, that it's spinning and it vibrates. I have a vision truly that everyone should have one of these.
So I have one unusual question. What is it that's outrageous or bold about you or different about you that nobody knows?
What isn't outrageous and bold?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, no, and I'll share something. And by the way, let me
Yeah.
share with you, because all people always say, do I only get this?
Yeah.
And not only do you get this, you get a beautiful bag, but you get 2 hours of workouts, so that when you get this home, you get to play and really understand how to use it. So let me throw this away for a second. What's outrageous about me is that I stretch my outrageous muscle. So I'll tell you something you didn't know. But in my early 20s, when singing telegrams was really big in New York, I delivered singing telegrams, and I also did stripograms. She didn't even pause when I said. She's like, what?
I'm thinking here.
Okay, so I was this cute little girl. Well, I was a dancer, so but you could only strip down to a bikini, but I did it in public. Now, why would I do that? Because I like being outrageous with people. And I discovered, and this is the crazy thing, if you see me on an airplane, in an airport, at a Starbucks, doesn't matter where, I will have this in my hand. I'm on airplanes. Literally, the people next to me and the stewardesses and some poor guy who has to go to the bathroom, because I'm in the back of the plane going like this. I will just do this. I will take this from them, like this, and I will put this in their hand, and I say, go ahead, start moving, and just do 10, 9, and the next thing you know, we're talking about life and about love, and I'll tell them to pull their belly in and stand up tall. Does it get more outrageous? I've sold this in an elevator that only had 2 floors to the building. I sold one to a woman, all in French. She looked at me, we're in Europe, and she just did this thing with her arms, and she knew and I knew, even though we spoke different languages, that she didn't love that, and she starts playing. I was with my 8-year-old daughter. This woman hands me a €100 note, and my baby says to me, you have to give her change. I'm like, I don't know how to say change in French. So can I create a movement? Can I be outrageous? Can I inspire women to be bold in their lives? This is just a tool for me, and it's allowed me to physically touch people. It's so much more. It's about getting my personal message out there and saying, you know what? Look at this. Beautiful, sexy. We're not 21 years old anymore. We don't have to be. I'll tell you what. I'm 51 years old. I've never looked like this in my life. One is that I have a product that turns on my metabolism. I just had a little bit of a cookie for lunch. Shouldn't probably be eating that, but I can because I'm working out all day. The secrets of life as we get older, and if we share them with each other, that to me is the key to life. And I love meeting you.
Oh, it's an honor. Now I have to say though that you guys got to really look for Forbes, because she is stepping into much bigger places. She has no idea yet, but it's coming. It's ain't over until the fat lady sings. And you are so no. Well, it's a good expression, right?
It's a great expression.
But it's you just have this special thing, and you're supposed to go to something so much bigger. So you guys got to watch out. But get the spin gym, and again, you're so authentic and so you. That was what makes you such a gorgeous celebrity to me.
See, it takes one to know one, because see, in the old days when I was kind of a heavy fat chick, I would look at her and I'd be so intimidated by how beautiful she is that I wouldn't have been able to talk to her. So to evolve to be who I am, I know you're gonna cry.
Yeah.
That's what we both.
Well, I've actually been the opposite. I've always been told I was too skinny, and there's nothing I could do anything about.
I hated those girls.
Right, and they hated me, and I'm like, well,
No,
I can't help it, So we all come from different places where it's been uncomfortable.
See, in high school we
Right.
hated each other, and now
I never hated anyone. I'm not that kind of person.
Anybody who's
yeah.
cute.
I'm not the kind of person. Yeah,
I know,
but that's great. We would have hated each other.
But now there's this crazy respect, and I'm hoping that
Yeah.
you're somebody who joins us and really seeks out how to be the best in your own life. It's possible. It's possible. And by the way, it takes work to wear
Totally
nice
takes
clothes
work.
and to be coiffed.
Yeah, and be
We're talking
gorgeous.
about Kim Kardashian, who leaves the house always coiffed. If you want to be a celebrity in your own life, declare it, number one. Say, you know what, I am a superstar, and you said that to me yesterday. And then when you look in the mirror and you start to put on your hair and makeup and go, you know what, I had a choice today. I was actually going to wear kind of more of a sweat
I
thing.
just love your dress. You guys gonna see it. Hot.
Hot, hot, hot.
Very hot.
You know?
Woo-hoo.
I'll tell you what, here's to being a celebrity
Yeah.
mama.
Oh.
I love it.
Woo.
And Ingrid, give her a big round of applause because she's working really hard for you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. What an honor. You're so incredible. So all of you, the big secret I think that you taught us is really going for it. It's not always a straight plan, but really stepping into that bigness, and when things like this comes in your hand, to go for it and trust yourself and really getting that into the world. So thank you so much, Forbes. You're so gorgeous.
Kiss, mwah, mwah, and mwah.
So in Celebrity Ego today, it's about how to actually tune in with yourself, to ask yourself, what is your next big step? Where do you need to go? You know, a lot of times we look for the outside to figure out who we are and what's our big step, instead of looking in the inside to tune in and to start seeing who we really are and where we need to go. And that's my mindset secret, and your celebrity ego boost today is to learn how to be still in order to hear how to take yourself to the next level. If you can't hear yourself, you're not listening, if you're not tuning in with yourself and whatever you call it, I call it source, you are actually not being aligned with your big self. And I believe that's a huge part of success. Most celebrities have the direct access to, you know, the ones who are really successful. They have a sense of self, of who they are and where they need to go. And they do that by listening to themselves. So that's my secret for you today, is to sit daily and tune in and ask yourself, how can I become bigger? How can I serve the world more? How can I do something that's powerful that would make a difference? You know, once you get those answers, you are going to see incredible magic happen. So let's get going and let's get started on tuning in with yourself and your mind. Ask Ingrid. So I have a really good question, which is, hey Ingrid, if you had all access to the inside of your client's consciousness and you could pop in and remove one reason or excuse that many of us have why we can't be celebrities in our industry, which reason excuse would you choose to expunge for us for good? And this is from Ellen. You know, Ellen, I love this question because it's about that you are not born to shine, that you're not that great. It's this part of us that, you know, if you start feeling a little bit like you're not supposed to be incredible, then that little seed will fester and make you stop shining. You have to eradicate it. So that's the one I would eradicate, the one that you are not great. The truth is, you are. You're amazing, you're fantastic, you are a superstar. And it's really about removing that belief and instead allowing yourself just to simply become the celebrity you were born to be and really be, you know, sharing your gift and your greatness with the world everywhere. Because when you do, we all shine. And that's what's so powerful. It's sort of selfish to hold back or to think you're not great. You know, once you remove that, you can finally step into who you really are and let you and your business to become super successful. So that's my answer to you, Ellen, and thank you so much for your great question. So gorgeous, superstar. What an amazing show, right? With a really gorgeous celebrity and, you know, great question too, right, that I got. And also celebrity ego boost. Now you can really tune in with yourself. So what are the 3 action steps you're going to take from watching this episode? And let me also know if there's a celebrity or superstar you want me to feature, or if you have any questions for me on Ask Ingrid. Well, until next week, you be the superstar and you step into this bigger self that you really were born to be. See you next week.